Imagine you're standing in a room full of successful entrepreneurs in New York City. You have $1 million idea, but you're staring at your shoes. Why? Because you're afraid that as soon as you open your mouth, they'll hear your accent and think you aren't smart enough.
Hello, superstars. A truly massive, warm, and empowering welcome back to day 25 of our 60-day Spoken English podcast. Wow, Sam. Just stop for a second and let that sink in. We are officially at the 40% mark of this transformation.
If you have stayed with us from day 1 to day 24, you have already shown more commitment than 90% of language learners out there. You are the elite. You are the ones who actually finish what they start. Absolutely incredible.
Today is a milestone day. We are moving away from just what you say and diving deep into how you feel when you say it. Our topic for day 25 is a big one, maybe the biggest obstacle for our community: breaking accent fear.
I know this feeling so well. Many of you sit in your rooms practicing your English, recording your videos, but the moment you have to speak to a stranger, especially a native speaker, you freeze. Why? Because you're afraid of your accent.
You think, they will judge my Indian accent, or I don't sound like the people in the Hollywood movies. You feel tongue-tied, and suddenly those English words feel like they are flying at you at 100 miles per hour, leaving you in a state of shock.
Our foundation today comes from the legend himself, Ollie Richards. He tells us that the problem isn't actually your accent. The problem is the way you were taught.
Most of you were taught through intensive learning. Exactly. You were taught to focus on every tiny nugget of information, every tiny grammar rule, and to eliminate every single mistake. This creates what I call the perfectionist trap. You think if you don't have a perfect British or American accent, you're a failing.
Wait, let's look at the facts. Ollie Richards speaks 8 languages. 8! He didn't get there by faking accents or sounding like a robot. He got there through extensive learning.
This means treating English as content to be enjoyed and appreciated, not just an engineering project to be fixed. When you focus on your accent, you are focusing on the tiny, intensive details. But when you focus on the gist, you focus on the actual human connection.
Read for gist or speak for gist means asking one simple question. Can the other person understand the main idea of what I'm saying? If the answer is yes, then wow, you are a successful English speaker. Absolutely.
Remember this, you can understand and enjoy a great amount with the gist alone. Your accent is just the flavor of your English. It is your identity, your history, and your strength. It is not a barrier unless you build it into one.
The uncertainty and ambiguity of a non-native accent can be uncomfortable, but as our sources say, you must trust in your natural abilities. You learned your mother tongue passively as a child. You can master the music of English the same way.
So for video 1, your new mantra is communication over perfection. If you get the gist across, you have already won the game. Absolutely.
But Ishani, I know what they're thinking. They're thinking, okay, but how do I actually sound more professional while keeping my accent?
That's where the music of English comes in. It's not about the letters, it's about the heartbeat, and that's exactly what we're going to dive into next.
Many of my students tell me, Sam, I want to speak like the people in the U.S. State Department dialogues.
But if you actually look at those dialogues, the goal isn't accent mimicry. The goal is clarity. Let's look at Officer Gupta from our mystery story.
Officer Gupta is a professional police officer in London, likely of Indian origin. He is helping Detective Kelly Smith with a high-stakes investigation. Does he try to sound like a British lord from the 1800s? No.
He speaks clearly. He gives updates like, Mr. Green is in the flat above the shop. We are waiting on some kind of movement. He is authoritative because he is clear.
The secret to Indian accent confidence isn't changing your R's or your T's. It is mastering syllable stress. This is where the heartbeat of the language lives.
Wow. Let's look at our linguistic notes for day 25. English is a stress-timed language. We emphasize content words that carry new information.
Take the word economist. It has 4 syllables. If you use a flat rhythm, it might sound like economist, but the stress must be on the second syllable, economist.
Try it with us. Economist. Did you feel that heartbeat? Lub-dub, lub-lub. It's like a song. If you miss the beat, the listener gets confused.
Now look at compound nouns. We've seen these throughout the course. The rule is simple. The main stress falls on the first word.
Let's practice some common ones. Rush hour, not rush hour. Birthday party, not birthday party. Bus stop, development program.
Absolutely. When you get the syllable stress right, your accent doesn't matter. Why? Because the DNA of the English language is there. Native speakers listen for the stress, not the individual vowel sounds.
If you hit the economist stress, you can have any accent in the world, Delhi, Oslo, or London, and they will understand you perfectly. Wow.
Another part of confidence is using informal conversational cues. Instead of a stiff, robotic yes, use yeah, yup, or uh-huh.
In our dialogues, Gabriella says, "Yeah, I thought so too." These small cues show you are at home in the language. They signal that you are comfortable.
And what if you do mispronounce something? Do what Robert Greene does. Well, maybe don't be a criminal like him, but use the laugh and continue technique.
If you stumble over a word like aisle, remember, the S is silent. Don't freeze. Just smile, say, "I beg your pardon," and try again. Being a strong, independent English learner means you own your mistakes.
You are the owner of your voice. You aren't a guest in the English language anymore. You are a resident. Feel that power?
Finally, we reach video 3, clear versus fast speaking. There is a huge myth that fast equals fluent.
Oh, I see this all the time. Students try to speak at 100 miles per hour because they think it makes them sound like a native speaker. But look at our sources.
Tony tells Natasha in the middle of a stressful traffic jam, "Don't panic. Rush hour is almost over." He doesn't speak fast, he speaks with purpose.
In our story, when Pete the cab driver saves Natalie and Alice, he doesn't shout at 100 miles per hour. He's calm. He says, "And you better wake up soon because you owe me £7.30."
Wow. Clarity is about intonation and blending, not raw speed. Let's break down the 2 golden rules of day 25.
Rule 1, the intonation rule. Yes/no questions have a rising intonation. Your voice goes up. By any chance? Is anyone hurt?
But information questions, who, what, where, why, have a falling intonation. Where are you off to? What can I do for you today?
If you speak too fast, you lose this melody. And if you lose the melody, the listener loses the gist. It's better to speak slowly and get the up and down right.
Rule 2, the blending rule. Fluency comes from smooth transitions. In the dialogues, phrases like, "Yeah, you're right," all blend together.
Practice your social blends with us. I'm gonna take a trip. I just want to relax. We'll have to run.
Wait. A quick warning. These are for speaking only. Don't use them in formal writing, but for your spoken confidence, absolutely use them. They help you catch the rhythm without needing to be a speed demon.
Let's practice some high-value sentences for clarity. I'd like to speak with you about the development program by any chance. Rising tone. Oh no, we just missed the bus because of the rush hour. Stress the nouns. I know how you feel. My phone has really bad reception here too. Empathy and clarity.
Did you hear that? By focusing on the stress and the melody, you sounded professional and clear. You didn't need to fake an accent. You just needed to be observant of the music.
As Lawrence Windsor says in his final speech, I sincerely hope that they bring happiness to everyone. When you speak clearly, you bring happiness to the listener because they can actually connect with you.
We have reached the end of day 25. Today, we learned that extensive learning is the cure for accent fear. We learned that syllable stress is your secret weapon.
Wow, you are now 40% of the way there. You are becoming the best version of yourself.
Here is your day 25 challenge. Record a 1-minute audio of yourself. Focus on economist, stressing correctly, rising intonation for by any chance, being clear, not fast.
Listen back to your recording. Don't judge the sound of your voice, judge the gist. Could a stranger understand you? If yes, celebrate.
Tomorrow, for day 26, we're entering the battlefield. We'll be doing a call center interview practice and a mock HR interview.
It's going to be high energy. Thank you for joining us for day 25. Keep your ears open for the stress, and we will see you tomorrow.
Stay clear, stay confident, and as always, happy learning.
Thank you, and good night.